process of absorption and assimilation and elimination, the balance between these processes to a greater extent will determine how you feel nourished by your food, how you feel nourished mentally. If those three systems are not in balance, then you're not going to feel very nourished mentally or physically, right? I think that kind of makes sense to you. And Ayurveda does not look to nourishment in our meals the same way Westerners or Western kind of perspective does. Here in the US and abroad, we are very much preoccupied with calories and the ratio of fats to carbs to sugars and a variety of things. And Ayurveda looks beyond that. Ayurveda looks to the qualities of a food, whether something is oily or dry, if it is raw and rough or cooked and soft, if it is hot or cold, both in temperature and in the spiciness, if you will, how you prepare your food. These are the things that Ayurveda looks at in terms of nourishment. And depending on what your unique body type is, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, there are going to be specific guidelines and tastes of food, whether it's sweet, salty, bitter, pungent, or astringent. And we have, for Vata types, the sweet, sour, and salty tastes are the ones that are balancing. Now, I'm not talking about a sweet taste like white sugar and processed food, of course. I'm talking about the naturally occurring sweet foods. Those tend to be our grains, our complex carbohydrates, our root vegetables, sweet fruits, dates, honey, maple syrup, milk, and dairy is considered sweet in Ayurveda. Salty foods like rock salt, sea salt, and seaweed or sea vegetables like nori, that would be considered the salty taste. And sour, naturally occurring sour foods like fermented foods, yogurts, lemons, limes, tamari. These are all sour tastes. These balance out the Vata dosha. And so if you are a primarily Vata dominant individual, these are the tastes that you just want to eat more of. You don't omit the others. You just want to favor those for your uniqueness. Or if you're having an imbalance of Vata constitution, which would be things like gas and bloating, a lot of clicking and popping joints, a lot of dryness in the skin and in the colon, resulting in constipation, anxiety, restlessness. These are all signs of imbalanced Vata. And so when you do your meal planning, favoring the sweet, sour, and salty foods that are in season, then you're naturally giving yourself not only the nourishment, but the medicine to balance out symptoms that you might be having